Hey guys, this is Christian with Real First Impressions, and today I'm going to give you my first impressions of Ghost Recon Online. So let's go ahead and get right into it, and let's go to the option settings first. Here you have the general tab, you have a profanity filter, a chat window always up, show aim spread indicator, and aim spread indicator transparency. And this is basically your crosshairs for when you're hip firing and not aiming down your sights. Next, we have controls, and you have mouse speed, which is your sensitivity and your invert mouse buttons, and you have completely remappable, everything is changeable button mapping. My one gripe about the mouse sensitivity, as you can see, it's extremely low. The sensitivity scaling is ridiculously high, and I feel that needs to be changed because it was really difficult for me to find my perfect 4-inch for 360 sensitivity that I play on for all first-person shooters, because I like to be consistent, because that's just how I am. So, I mean, other than that, the controls options are completely alright, nothing wrong there. Here is where we start to run into problems in the video tab. As you can see, there is nothing here in the video tab. There is just resolution, windowed mode, VSync, and graphics quality. The only graphics quality settings are high, medium, low, and very low. To me, this is completely unacceptable. There is no brightness slider in this game, and some of the maps are fairly dark, so it's nearly unplayable for some parts of the map. No idea why they would create a game anyone would create a game without a brightness slider. This is completely ridiculous. They spent more time on the social features of this game than they did with the video options. They should have first thought about providing a comfortable user experience, giving them all the options they needed so they can play comfortably. I have to adjust my actual monitor brightness every time that I want to play this game in order to see in some parts of the maps. It's completely absurd that this is all they have to offer for the video options. That should have been one of their first things that they did when they were designing this game, is give us good video options. As you can see, you just have a main volume slider, a sound effects slider, and a music slider. This is all you need. It's pretty good. That's decent enough. In the voice comms, you have your mic volume. You have to push to talk or to disable voice comms completely button, which that's all this section needs anyways. And as you can see here, this is a public chat room where if you're sitting in the lobby and you're not wanting to play multiplayer, you can sit in the public chat room and chat with people if you really like. As I said before, this game has a full social experience. It has friends list, it has ignore list, it has a clan system, it has everything involved with a social experience. It's pretty advanced from what I've seen. As you can see here, this is my loadout and my inventory. This is where all your weapons and attachments and etc. are stored. It's a drag and drop equip system. This is not like traditional free-to-play shooters where you have to rent guns. It's a lot more like PlanetSide, where you buy guns and you have them permanently, and you can buy attachments permanently and whatnot. And there's actually an area called the firing range where you can test out the guns before you buy them to see how you like them. A lot of the guns are really expensive, but then again, you do get the currency fairly fast, so there's nothing to complain about there. Here you can see your profile and all your stats and medals. I'm not even going to bother going through this because I'm a noob and there's not really much to see here. It just basically shows all the medals you got, like double kill medals and your stats, your kills, your total damage you've taken, the total damage you've dealt, etc. It's pretty in-depth, and there's a leaderboard and all that stuff. Weapon proficiency, it's really nice, I like it. And there's your create a clan option, and there's where you change your class in the lobby. And now let's move on to some gameplay. The graphics aren't really anything to be proud of. They're quite good, but they're not the best, and when you turn them to very low, they're god-awful. But the game's meant to be played on nearly every computer, so, you know, that's how it has to be. Gameplay-wise, it's really honestly kind of hard to get used to. It is a third/first-person-ish shooter. So, like, you're third person when you're running around and all that, and when you hip fire. But when you aim down your sights, you are actually aiming into your sights like a first-person shooter. So, it will go third person to first person. That's kind of difficult to get used to at first, but you do pick it up quite quickly if you play the game a little bit, you know, a couple hours. But other than that, it's nothing really hard to get used to. You have some difficulty at first, but other than that, it's completely fine. I actually like the way the game's set up. The 2.5 person, I guess, is what you can call it, is actually quite neat, and I like that gameplay mechanics that it brings to the table. The cover system is a lot like Gears of War, where you can come over the top or to the side of an object. It's really fluid and it just works very well. The general gunplay is good. So far, there's no pay-to-win weapons seen, but I do have to say that the default weapons are nearly completely inferior to the weapons that you can get later on. Even the very next tier weapons, they're almost completely inferior. And you know, the weapon balancing seems okay. I haven't really played the game enough to, you know, experience it all. Like I said, the weapons are tier based, so you can get upgrades for them, like more critical strike chance or more damage or something along the lines of that. There are gadgets. The ones that I've seen are blackout, heat, shield, and cloak, and there is one that's like a riot shield. I'm not really sure what the name of it is. These gadgets, you have a sort of like a bar, like an energy bar, and once you use that, it takes a really long time for it to warm up, so you can't be using your gadgets all the time. The map design is honestly pretty good, other than a few things where, like I said, it's too dark and there's no brightness slider. And most of them are at night, so it's like not having a brightness slider is seriously a problem. The game modes are really similar to Battlefield. Conquest operates generally the same, except in the sense that you can only, when you push up, you can only capture one objective at a time. You can't just go past and capture the furthest objective and then trap them or something. You have to capture in order. A lot of the modes are very similar to Battlefield. One thing I have noticed is there's not very many game modes, but the game is in beta. The game is free to play, so this is to be expected. And when it comes out of beta, maybe it'll have more game modes. I don't know, but there are quite a bit of maps from what I've seen. I like that. They're all very well designed, like I said, and it's just overall a good design, gameplay, and game mode, and maps, and gameplay wise. Do I see myself returning to this game? Actually, yes. I'm going to be trying to play this game a lot more. It's actually very addictive, and it's quite a bit of fun. I've been playing with my friends. It's very tactical. If you have a voice chat like Skype or TeamSpeak, and you have your friends in, you have a whole fire team, where the fire team is a squad of 4, you can really dominate. If you cooperate and coordinate, you will definitely own the battlefield. It's very, very teamwork based, and there's really no carrying here. If you go 13-1, good for you. If your team doesn't want to cooperate, you're more than likely not going to win. It's very tactical. This is just my first impressions, guys. Hope you like it, and if you want to download it, please leave your opinions in the comments below. Thanks, guys. See you later.